All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Top Line. It's your boy Chris, and well, ladies and gentlemen, hope everybody's having a great Sunday, man. Sunday. I'm dragging a little bit, man. But the one thing I will say, man, is it's time to have a conversation, ladies and gentlemen. We got to have a conversation. All right. So we know we're going through this Jerry Jones, Micah Parson thing, right? Jerry Jones, Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones. The back and forth, not knowing him whether he's gonna play, him laying on the table, all of this. The Falcon fans said come to, he giving the phone signal like call me. Now there's been reported that Jerry Jones have offered him the most I don't have a number, but the most non quarterback guaranteed money in NFL history. Um, let's see, because I seen something. This is the thing too. You when you're not in the know, right? Like you get a lot of stuff and you don't know what to believe. So I seen a number floating around that he was given, but I don't want to be out here just lying because I didn't find that from a reputable source. Um, but at the same time, so I didn't see that backed up nowhere other than this one place. And if I can't, that's my thing. If I can't get it from multiple sources or it's not, I don't really talk about it because I don't want to just sit up here and just take some just to make a piece of content. So let me say this though. We got to ask the question, man. Now we all want Michael Parsons to get his money, right? I think we all can agree that we want Michael Parsons to get his money. The question is, now I'm just asking the question, guys. Do Michael Parsons deserve to be the highest paid NFL player in the highest paid non-quarterback? Do he deserve? Like, has he earned? Like, I gotta be real. It's a question. It's a question. All right. Do he deserve to be there? Like, has Micah Parsons performed to the level of the Myles Garrett's, the TJ Watts, the Bosa's, you know what I'm saying? Like, has he performed under the lights when the lights are brightest? You know, now look, I want Micah to get his money. I'm staying firm in that. I'm never gonna tell a player not to get his money because their career is only a certain amount of time, maybe 10, 15 years if they're lucky. You know, Tom Brady's the anomaly, but that's it. After that, them big checks ain't rolling in like that no more, most likely, unless they hit a lick somewhere else. But for these owners in this league, that money gonna keep pouring in. But they're gonna pass it down to their kids. Right? Unless they sell it, then they're gonna pass the money down to their kids. You know, when Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys, if y'all watched the documentary, which I've heard 100 times, he said he looked at his kids and said, "I hope y'all okay with this, because this is your inheritance. This is it." He got a damn good inheritance to pass down. So I understand all of that. My thing is, with a player, get your money, bro. But you have to ask yourself at what point you go, nah, I rock with him, but is he really worth that kind of money? Has he really shown up when it mattered most? That's the question. That is the question. Now, but see, the problem with that question, I'm going to tell people right now, 'cause I'm just playing devil advocate today. The problem with that question is you got to ask that about everybody. You have to ask that about everybody. Because when that was the quote unquote highest paid player, was he the best quarterback in the league? I don't know about, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we putting him in the top anything at that point? You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, when Tony Romo was at that point. So, but again, we're naming quarterbacks. You look at TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, even though they on, well, especially Myles Garrett's on a bum team, he still shows up and performs. He still, if I'm not mistaken, got Defensive Player of the Year. He still has balled out. There have always been this thing of, could Michael Parson reach that level always up. And then for some reason, boom, it hit that ceiling. Then towards the end of the season, it seemed to taper off. Then come playoff time, we have to see it. We out there with a magnifying glass looking for him. Now, again, I'm going to stand firm on my point. I want him to get paid. Unfortunately I honestly think it's unfortunate for us fans that these players don't really get paid off of performance. They get paid off future projections. I'm projecting that this player is going to be, so I'm going to pay him this now because he's going to be, You're not paying him off past performance. Because if we were paying off past performance, a lot of these players don't get paid. Let's keep it a buck. If we're basing this on past performance, a lot of these players do not get paid. At least the way that we think it is. So you look at all of this and you got to say, yo, because now if Jerry Jones is saying he's offered the most non-quarterback money guaranteed, that's a big number. That's guaranteed. That's why look, from a money perspective, it got to be something more than money that's holding this thing up, man. Because we only get the information that Jerry feeds us or Micah feeds us or Terrence Parson feeds us or whatever insider feeds us. So we can only go off of that. But if we're going off of that and you're telling me he offered the most non-guaranteed money ever, and unless the contract is some crazy length, but if they have agreed on that, I'm kind of wondering what is the holdup. Because as much as I want Micah to get his money, I don't want the... See, and this is another thing. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why this sucks, man. As a Cowboy fan, you kind of... like, if you thought this team was built to go somewhere, you'll be like, yo, no, don't give us all the money because we need this piece right here, and then we out to the Super Bowl, baby. You don't say that. If you say that with this team right now, you bugging. You're bugging. But you don't say that right now with this team. So you're like, you had Dak as if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but on that rookie contract at one point, he was the 180th highest paid player. I think at one point he made like just $1 million. You had your quarterback on that type of contract, and you did not get nothing done. You did not get you didn't use that wisely. You haven't shown the ability to use money wisely. So if you're Michael Parsons, you're like, yo, I wanted to give you a deal. You said, screw me, now I'm not giving you a deal. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not giving you a deal. And I don't think if I gave you a deal, you're going to go make the most of the money. You're going to try to hoard it for yourself. I don't know. You let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. But the big question is, if that the money he's commanding, is he worth it? With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, you guys be great.